Hello, friends. This is Amit Parsai, and today I came up with a very important topic in this pandemic world, which is how to give an online interview with the professional tips. So let's go ahead. And as we know, today we are moving from a normal one on one interview personally to a very important part, which is a virtual interviews and online interviews. Now this is can be advantageous and disadvantageous both, and how it will depends. Let's how it is advantageous and how it is disadvantageous, that we will see in this video. So let's begin. So first thing first, if you want to ace your online interview, that thing that you should be doing is equipment check. Now I know, audio is the most important thing which I have seen in these online interviews. So if you don't have a microphone or a headphone which has a microphone, you should buy one. Or otherwise, the best thing to do is, if you have normal headphones that you use for your mobile phones, or Bluetooth headphones, or the headphones with a 3 jack, I think that should be good enough. At least your laptop and mobile phone has a good microphone which can catch your voices. But however, when you just pick up or use your own laptop speaker, the echo is very high. So that's why I recommend to use a Bluetooth headphone, or at least a 3 jack headphones that you can use, which you normally use in mobile to hear, and use if you have a good microphone, then attach a microphone, or otherwise the laptop microphone to give an online interview. Apart from that, the second thing that you should be really having is the web camera. Now I understand in your laptop there is a web camera. If you use that web camera, then there is something very important which we will discuss in the later part of this video. However, if you don't have a web camera in your laptop or in your PC, then buy a good web camera, or otherwise you can use your mobile phone as well as a webcam. And I will teach you in one of the upcoming videos how to use mobile phone as your web camera, or otherwise how to use mobile phone in itself to give a better online interview. All right, so let's go ahead. If these are the equipments you have, please check before your interview that these equipments are working well, in well conditions, and you are acing your interviews really well in. All right, so let's go ahead. The second thing that is very important for us, which is internet connection. Now let me tell you guys, if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, please find a nearby subscriber who can give you a Wi-Fi or a broadband connection. In this era, if you don't have that, you are losing out. So I understand if you are in a remote condition and you don't have those broadband connections, probably you might be having a 4G, you might be using a 4G data card. So optimize those things in your area. Find a sim which gives the best 4G connection, so that you get the higher speeds. In some areas, Geo might not work, Airtel may work, Airtel might not work, Geo might not work. So just figure it out which things works for you, but you should have a very well good internet connection. That is very important. Otherwise, online interviews will screw up if your connection goes really bad, and things this is like, this pisses off many interviewers if your internet connection is bad at the moment when you are talking. So please guys, have your internet connection checked. The third thing which is very important in this is environment. So in which environment you are giving your interview is the thing that you should be looking forward. I know you might have seen so many times when you are online, and this is the picture you have. Either you are the victim of it, or you might have seen people who actually sees this like this in the camera, and that is the reason behind that is they don't know how the camera works and the proper lighting of your surroundings. So first thing first is, people want to see your face, and for that you should have a proper lighting. I will give you an example. This is a screenshot which I take from the Google, and see how the better lighting positions are. So the background of the people, they are either using wall, or they are blurring their backgrounds, or maybe they are also having a bookshelf which is a professional background. So background and lighting are two things which is very important. So for example, in this case, what you should be doing is the light should be behind your computer or a laptop, or there should be a light at the top so that it directly reflects while you are sitting. So if this is your computer, the lighting should be opposite to sitting opposite to you, so that it comes directly to you rather than on the camera. And preferably you should have a wall or a background, a decent background behind you, so that your environment is not disturbing to the person who is taking the, because they will be seeing you online directly. All right, so every focus should be on you and you, not on your environment. So environment is that you create well for you. That is what I meant for the environment. Okay, the fourth thing is the dress code. Very important. So in a formal interview, when you go on one, you are going in an air conditioned environment. So you can, as you know, the formal dress code can be a suit or a pant or shirt, or with a tie, or even a shirt or pant or a salwar suit, real or good ethnic sari for ladies. So it depends on you what you choose while you are going personally. But since you are at home, I would recommend that you still wear a formal shirt and a pant if you are a man, or a salwar suit if you are a girl. But make it light, because you are not in air conditioned environment, you are at home, and Indian conditions are little hotter, so you don't want to get sweaty while you are giving the interview, right? So you should be very comfortable while you're giving the interview, and also looking decent and well ahead. One thing which I wanted to notice here is people actually give interviews something like this. They have their top really good, but underpants or and they don't wear the pants properly, or they are in their shorts. That is really bad. I know, I understand you might be thinking why it is necessary, but sometimes what happens is you might have to get up while you are in an interview, maybe because of something. If your internet is bad, you have to pick up your phone again, just connect back to your data, or probably you just want to on your fan or light or whatsoever. And if you get up, it looks really awkward that you are only wearing a shirt, and you are just wearing a short or a lower at that time, not wearing the pants. So be at the proper dress code. This is might sound funny, but guys, this is very important. The conditions can be, you never know what can happen in an online interview, so be prepared for it. And the next thing which I wanted to be very sure for you is the body language. So body language, a correct posture is very important. You have to maintain a good distance from your laptop or your web camera, so that people can at least see your upper half with your both hands open. And what I meant is here is they should be seeing directly to your whole body posture, that you are a confident guy, you are not a lazy guy. So while you are sitting, you should be sitting upright, and people adjust your seat such that they can see at least your upper half of your body completely, with your both hands open. And while you are moving your both hands, they should be seeing it, because that gives the confidence in them that you know your stuff well. The second thing which I noticed a lot of time is, if you are very near to the camera, you tends to look to your picture, and rather than the camera, then you look like this is the awkward situation which happens, which actually removes the eye contact from the interview. So the best thing to do in this case is keep distance from the camera, and look into the camera always. You don't have to look, it makes you very tempting that you look yourself while how you are looking while you are giving the interview. But it's better to look into the camera, so that it brings an eye contact virtually with the interviewer who is taking on the other side. Since you are not present personally, you are present in virtual session, it is very important. I know it is difficult, but make a practice of it. The next thing which is very important is, and this is the advantage of virtual session, is screen share. Now mostly in an online, in a one-on-one interview, don't take your documents, or you if you even if you are take documents, you can't share your projects, how it is happening, what are the results. You may have to explain it verbally, or making a diagrams or with pen and paper. However, in this case, since you are sharing things online, you are doing a virtual interview, every software allows you to share your screen. And while you are sharing your screen, you can share your projects or things that you have done, or you may have some reports that you want to share while you are giving the interview to the people. You can share your screen, but while you are sharing, just remember to clean up your desktop, because that clutter desktop gives the unprofessionalism. So if you are a student, I know this is the tendency that we have, and be make sure that while you are sharing the screen, unwanted things are not being seen by the interviewer. And you should have very less application open. So while you are sharing the screen, you might have to go to the specific file, and you might be struggling to find where that file is, because you have opened a lot of applications already. So make sure, if you want to only open the important documents that you would like to share while in the interview, apart from that, there should not be anything which is running in your app, in your desktop parallelly. Whether it is any application, software, whatsoever it is, only open the files which you wanted to share with them. That's all, nothing else. All right, this is very important thing that you can utilize in an online interview. So be prepared for it, and be um, I would say be familiarized with this thing. And the third, the second last thing I would say is practice explainer tools. Now, most of the time this is what people won't say it, but if you are taking a technical interview, a situation might have to come where you want to explain something to an interviewer and you don't know how to do it, because now you don't have a pen and paper there to explain what the diagram you wanted to explain, or any concept that you want to explain. So the online tools though offer a lot of other platforms like Teams or Zoom, and other platforms offer online tools like Whiteboard. So either you should be having a good practice in using Whiteboard, how it is used, so that you can explain them, or otherwise you are not so sure about the Whiteboard, then you can do this practice in Paint or Microsoft Paint or PowerPoint. My first choice, I usually go for the PowerPoint, because it gives a lot of other options. So please get handy for the PowerPoint, how to use it for explaining the concept. By the way, I'm trying to make one Udemy course for PowerPoint, advanced PowerPoint, in which you can use PowerPoint to make explainer videos, explaining concepts for graphic designings and whatnot. So you don't need high funda stuff, you just need a PowerPoint to make your life very easy and very professionally at this time modernized, I would say that. So the last thing which I would say is get familiar with the online software. There are a lot of online softwares available, and if you see a survey, these are the famous softwares by country wise, which country which software. So there are typically four worldwide softwares which are used mostly, and though that is, first thing is Zoom is mostly used by many people. Second is Microsoft Team, Skype and Microsoft Teams both are Microsoft product now. And the fourth one is Google Meet. So now what I'm going to do is, after this video, I would make an individual video for all these four softwares, how to log in, and what are the features in these videos, and the hacks for these softwares, so that it can be useful for you if any online interview is scheduled in any of these platforms, so you are at least familiar with these four platforms. All right, so these are my tips for you to ace your online interview, and I hope these tips are very beneficial. And these are the most important things which I feel people lack. I have seen a lot of people in interview and they lack these things. So please guys, just follow these instructions, and maybe, hopefully, if you are prepared well, you will ace your. So I wish you good luck for your online interviews, if it is upcoming now. If you are new to our channel, you might have known this is an English channel, Career A Plus. The same video will be available in Hindi in our Career Opportunities channel. You can follow us in Facebook as well, Career A Plus Career Opportunities, and you can visit our website for making a visual resume as well as test plan. Finally, thanks for watching, guys.